Hi guys, how are you? I'm back again. I'm doing a tutorial for you guys today, and it's going to be on the look that I have on right now. It's kind of a neutral brown with some green tones in it, as well as some like gold cream color. So I did try and stick with mostly drugstore products with this look, so if you guys do like it, you can buy it at your local drugstore. There's a couple things in here that I used that are high-end, but you can easily switch that out. Like I used a shade from my Naked 2 palette, but you can easily get a similar color at the drugstore. So don't feel like you can't do this look unless you have these products. You totally can. So if you guys want to see how to get this look, please keep watching. Thanks. I'm going to start off by using the Makeup Forever foundation. I am in the color N117. Again, this is what it looks like. I had heard a lot of really good things about the Makeup Forever foundation, so I tried it. I like it. I have oily skin, so it makes me especially dewy when I wear this, but it's still really pretty. It goes on really nice. It looks really pretty on. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump about 2 pumps onto my hands, not that much. And then I have a damp beauty blender. If you guys haven't bought a beauty blender, you should. I know everyone on YouTube says that, but like seriously, you really should buy one. So then I'm going to take it and just kind of dab it all over just to get like a little bit on my face. So that's kind of what we're going to have right now. Probably should go out like this in public. Start a new trend maybe. So anyway, then once I have some on, I'm just going to lightly start by pressing it in to the skin. One thing I did learn with this though, like it's kind of an arm workout because you just kind of pat your face over and over again until the color is where you want it. I find that it's best if you pat or like do these sweeping motions. I'll do that sometimes if I have like a lot of foundation and for some reason it's just like not spreading. I'll do that. I always take it onto my ear and down behind my ear because that way it's a little less work when I go and put the foundation on my neck. Sorry, I'm looking in a mirror down here because I'm not used to this room yet. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to film at. I've been filming in like every room in my house for a while. Okay. So then once you think you're like 95% blended, I always kind of do like a once over look to make sure I don't have any like harsh lines. One thing with this foundation, as you can probably see, is like you can still see my like blemishes on my face. Some people, it doesn't bother them having blemishes on their face. For me, it kind of depends. Like, it's not that I mind it, but sometimes I'm like really self-conscious about it. So you can see that it's not super strong coverage. It's more like mild, medium. I mean, you probably can build it. I'm not a fan of like building foundations too much because I feel like when you build, it starts to look cakey, and especially someone like me who has really, really fair skin, if the foundation doesn't match like perfectly with my skin, it's just like a dead giveaway that I'm wearing it. So now I'm going to go down my neck. I'm going to do the same thing because this foundation is a little darker than my neck, but most foundations are because I have like light pink undertones to my skin. So when I put on foundations that are pink undertones, it's like too much. And then when I put on foundations that have an orange undertone like this, I end up walking around like a Oompa Loompa or something. Okay. So I'm pretty satisfied with how the blending looks right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move on before I set it or anything, I'm going to do some under eye concealer with what I had in the haul yesterday. These are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This one is the porcelain and this one's the Fair Claire. So I always use the porcelain for the under eye. So I go in and I kind of do the V just like everyone else in the neighbor does. But I don't color it. I don't do it so thick. Some people do their under eye concealer like super thick, and I am good with like one happy layer. We're good. And then put some kind of like on my Cupid's bow right here, and then a little down here and a little up there. Now I'm gonna take the pointier tip of my beauty blender and I'm going to start blending it right in. Same thing. We're gonna push into our skin and go right along. I do go on top of my eye because that way it covers anything up that's like a little weird. Sorry, I have to look down because I can't see everything yet. So I'm gonna come in and do this. And it can take a minute, like it really can, to like blend everything properly. So that's kind of what the under eye is gonna look like. And then I'll kind of pat around down here to brighten the chin. And same thing up here, just to bring some light to my face. Can you guys kind of see that? Okay. So now, I'm going to use the Shade and Light Contour Palette by Kat Von D, and I'm using the color Levitation, and I'm just going to look up and pat that right underneath there, and I'll come down and out, because people always think that you need to set under your eye, but you're putting it on your eye, you're putting it on your upper cheekbone, on the side of your face. So like it doesn't make sense that you only want to set, like I understand it's because when you're like with your eyes you're looking up, but you still should set all the cream on your face and never just under your eye, because that way it gives a more natural matte look all the way around instead of like matte and then like creamy and oily down here. Sorry, my dog's coming to visit us. So put on my nose, put on my chin. He's knocking all my stuff. You're knocking all my stuff over. Okay, so then that is kind of what that's gonna look like. I am gonna take the Maybelline Fit Powder that I have. This is what that looks like. And it's I'm in 110. So I'm gonna take that and just kind of go all over my face. I am gonna press it in everywhere. I'm not gonna swipe it because you end up pushing most of the product off of your brush when you do it that way, which is really counterproductive. And for some reason in the video my face looks darker than my neck, but in person my neck and my face look the same, so whatever. Okay, so that is what that looks like. I am going to go ahead and move on to the contouring now, going back to the Shade and Light palette. I'm not really going to contour, I'm just going to kind of add some color to my face. I'm going to go ahead and use the color Subconscious, oh sorry guys, which is this color right here. It's the more kind of ashy brown color. I'm going to go ahead and take that, and I'm going to lightly kind of put it on. Like I said earlier, I have really fair skin, so like the subtlest touch will definitely make a difference on my face. And then you always gotta go up top. Get the forehead. Kind of like that. I am going to use the Physicians Formula. Oh, I probably should open it, so I'm not. The Physicians Formula Shimmer Shade and Bronze that I got the other day at the store. I'm actually really excited to use it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Real Techniques buffing brush. All the brushes I've used so far, by the way, are either Real Techniques or like the Eco Tools brushes that you can get at Walmart. So it doesn't even matter. But I'm going to take kind of right in the middle there, not too light, not too dark. I'm not going for shining gold and I'm not going for shining white, but, and then I'm going to kind of just put this right on top to give myself kind of a sheen. Hoping this works because it's kind of expensive for drugstore anyway, and I'm not really that big of a. There we go. Now I'm getting some shine. I kind of like that actually. It's really pretty. It's like really subtle, but it's like there, so you're not like it's there enough so that you can tell. I did wipe this brush off on my hand just now, so I didn't just put all that on my face, but. And some days just don't work out. Today's one of them. Now I'm going to use this Revlon. Well, maybe I'll use it. There we go. This Revlon blah, 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 blah. Now I'm going to use this Revlon blush in Oh Baby Pink, which y'all know how I feel. If it's going to say Oh Baby on it, it better mean Oh Baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it better. That's what this color looks like. It's really pretty, kind of a creamy pink color. I'm just going to go in with the Real Techniques contour brush. Get a little bit on here. Sorry, get a little bit on here and knock it off. One more, knock it off. And then I'm not really that specific with how I do blush. I know some people, like, they die if they see someone do blush the way I'm doing it right now, and some people are like, I don't really care. Some people only put it right above the bronzer. But I kind of think about it like, do whatever looks best for you. Because not everyone has like those big cheeks where they can like stack bronzer, blush, highlight. And not everybody wants it to look like that. So I kind of think if you like it, go for it. And now I'm going to take an Eco Tools brush, which you can get from Walmart. They're super cheap and they're really nice. I've had these for years. And I'm just going to kind of blend everything out. Okay. So that's sort of what my face is looking like right now. So now I'm going to go in with my Tarte palette. I don't know which Tarte palette this is. It was one of their Christmas palettes that came in like one of their sets. It has a ton of these really, really, really pretty colors in it. I like the palette. I'm not like in love with it. Like, I think there's other palettes that are better, but this still is really nice. Like, if you're looking for kind of a cheaper palette of colors. One thing about the colors though, they're not super pigmented, so sometimes you really do have to like build on it. But enough of that. So for a transition color, I'm going to go ahead and use Mercy You Later, which is this color right here. I don't know if you can see it super well, but it's just this one right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that and pop it right in my crease. I like it because it is really natural and it's just like an easy color to transition with. Like, you don't really have to do much with it. Like, it's just like a matte, natural color. You can almost do this shade with any eye look. Like, you could use this as a transition shade for pretty much any look. Let me bring you guys in just a little. Okay. So, can you see that? Like, how like It's focused. I'm about to just like take this camera and throw it across the room. So you can kind of see it's pretty natural. Ooh, wrong color. So now I'm going to take it and put it in this eye. Sorry, I have to look down just a little. There we go. So now I'm just going to pop it in here and just kind of blend it out. We don't need to be super clean. You can go ahead and be pretty messy with this shade. Like, it's not really going to do anything. So you don't need to worry about like, oh my god, I got it on my eyelid. Like, don't worry about it. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like now that we have kind of like this transition shade. And that's the only color I'm going to be using from this palette. So if you have like a matte neutral shade like this, you can use it. You don't need to like get this palette to use it. Sorry, I sit in front of my window and I swear to God, my neighbors think I'm all on drugs, like I'm on drugs. Cause I sit here and I'm just like, hey guys, how are you? Either she thinks I'm on drugs or she thinks I have no friends. One of the two, or both. Okay. So now that I have this transition shade on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Ice Latte color from L'Oreal. And this is the Infallible color that I got yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that. It's so pretty, guys. It's like a really pretty champagne color. Like, it's really pretty. And one thing I've noticed with these eyeshadows in particular is that they're way easier to apply with your fingers. So you can apply it with a brush, but you'll get so much more pigment and color if you do it with your fingers. So it can get a little messy, so just be careful that you're not putting like your cream finger in your black, or your black and your cream, or whatever colors you have, because I did that the other day and it was rough and I was pretty upset. I was in a hurry and I was like, no. So that also could be a rookie mistake. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it in with this finger because I work better with this finger. And I'm gonna go ahead and lightly just dab it right in that crease area, if you guys can see. Look in the viewfinder for you. And also putting it in here helps better with the fallout, like there isn't as much. Okay. And we will come in as we go through this look and we will repack the colors. So don't worry if you don't have it perfectly. We will come in and fix it laters. Okay, so we've got it sort of in that crease right to the beginning where your middle of your eyelid will kind of start. So you guys can see that. And like I said, it's like a really pretty color. It just goes on. It's so creamy and nice. Like, I'm in love with this color. And I swatched it the other day when I was doing the drugstore haul. And then I went and took a shower, washed my hands, and it was still on. So you guys just know that this stuff doesn't go anywhere. So now I'm gonna grab another L'Oreal Infallible. See if my camera will zoom. Zoom to it. Nope. My camera hates you guys. My camera hates me. Oh, there we go. It's green. It's called Golden Sage, which, but this one when I did swatch it is really green. So I would definitely start out with just like a little itty bit. And then we're gonna take that and we're just gonna put it on the middle of the eyelid. Kind of come around, because it is pretty green. Like, it's not super forest green, but it's not like a bright green. It's kind of like right in the middle. And you can take it out to the side. It's not gonna be a big deal if you do that. And we're into the other side. Kind of curious how this is going to turn out because I don't normally wear, I don't think I've ever worn green, and I'm doing this look for the first time right now, so. I mean, I'm excited, but I've never used green eyeshadow, so I don't really know how this is gonna turn out. And then I'm gonna go with the Naked 2 palette, like right here, and I'm gonna pick up the color. I was gonna do YDK, but I think I'm gonna do the Snakebite color. So I'm gonna take Snakebite, which is this one right here. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna be really light with this because everything else on here is super light, so I'm just gonna lightly take it into my crease and kind of come out. With it. We are gonna go in and blend, so all of you guys who are kind of freaking out right now saying that it doesn't look good and like all my colors are not blended, slowly roll, because we'll get there. I find that when I blend and like as I go, I just end up taking off more product and then having to reapply it so many times, so it's just easier if I get all my colors on there, blend, and then reload, and then blend. Okay. That's kind of what the look looks like right now. I'm actually kind of liking it. It's sort of earthy, and but it's not so natural in the fact that there's something on my eyes. Like, you can tell that I'm wearing makeup. Which is what we're going for, because if we weren't trying to tell I was wearing makeup, I wouldn't wear makeup. Okay, and then with a clean blending brush, this is from Real Techniques. It's the Deluxe Crease Brush. So, I'm gonna go in and just kind of go crazy. I'm gonna blend the green into the gold or the brown. I'm gonna be careful with how I blend into that cream color though, so keep an eye on that. Then I'm gonna do the other side. This lady is coming by again. I just feel weird, like when they look at me, like should I wave at them? Like should I like try and make friends with the people who think I'm on drugs, or should I just let them do their walk? I don't know. Okay, so actually I'm pretty content with the color payoff that I've gotten from this. I don't think I really want to go back on and pack on any color. I kind of like how that looks just how it is. So, I'm gonna just wipe that off with my brush and kind of flake off any extra color that might have gotten on my face. Pretty, I actually really like this look, guys. Okay. So then, I did my brows earlier, so I don't really need to do much. I'm just gonna kind of comb through. Hearing weird noises. I'm on drugs, I think. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I am gonna take the cream color again and just put some of that in my crease on the bottom because it is on the top. And you can do this part with a brush unless you like trust yourself to do it with your pinky. I'm not looking for anything super dramatic on the bottom, so I don't mind doing it with my pinky at all. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is take the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner. I didn't realize that this was an infallible line like with the eyeshadow, so this kind of works out. I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna tight line in my eyes up here, and then I'm gonna do like a light kind of brushing down here, and then I'm going to put some eyeshadows down here too. So I might have to look down. I'm gonna try to make him just do it in the viewfinder. Nope, I can't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and come in here. I also can't talk when I do this. So I tight lined, now I'm just putting like a thin line on my actual eyelid. Okay. That's what that looks like. You can kind of see it. And then I'm going to put a little bit right down there. Just like that. And I'll touch up my eyes a little more too when I finish like my eyeliner and everything like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some of the colors I used earlier and put them down on that bottom lash. I am going to use the brush from the Naked 2 palette. Oh my god. To apply the Snakebite color. So I'm just going to take it and go right on the outer edge. And I'm not going for a clean cut. Like this is kind of just it's not like anything spectacular. It's just like a thrown on, I'm going out, trying to look pretty at the same time look. Okay. So now I'm going to take this same brush I cleaned off of my hand and grab some of that green and just gently kind of come in with that green and blend it. You want to be careful with the darker colors like this, especially if you're pale like me, that you are not putting the colors down there and making yourself look like you have a black eye. So we don't need to go for neat, but we do need to go for not looking like you just got beat up in the back alley outside of your job, okay? Okay, so that is what we have so far. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it looks really pretty. And then next, I'm gonna use the Lash Sensational by, why won't this, there we go, by Maybelline. This is also new. I've never used it before, so this will be like a first impressions as I use it. Okay. So I'm gonna look in the mirror down here while I apply this. Right off the bat, I really like it. It does a good job of separating my lashes and really like pulling them up. I will say, however, the brush is sort of large. So it's gonna be tricky when it comes down to doing like the inner corner of my eye. Without getting anything on. So that's kind of what it looks like if you guys can see that, like with mascara. Okay, why won't my camera's focus? There we go. I definitely like it a lot. I think you'll be good with like 2 coats. It really lifts them up and separates them. So it actually gives a lot of volume to your eyelashes. I wonder, is that what it's supposed to do? Oh, it just says full fan effect. I'm down with that fan. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and do this. This side. I'm struggling with this side. You know, you guys always have that one eye that just does exactly what you want it to, and it's like your favorite eye, and it listens, and you don't have to like fiddle with everything. It's not this eye for me, no. This eye, however, has a life of its own and does its own dramatic things.